Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is English Development Center. Today, what we learn? We learn here finite verb and non-finite verb. It is very important and special, and all the students and maybe it is a competitive examination so important. And finite verb and non-finite verb, and that non-finite verb is a group, means infinitive, participle, gerunds, nominative absolute, or perfect participle. All those are very important, all of you. So don't lose your patience until end, and all of you stay with me and learn your finite verb and non-finite verb. Let's note it here. Okay, finite verb and non-finite verb. Okay, non-finite verb, finite or non-finite. Okay, so from the beginning, actually we know well. Okay, there are verbs divided into two parts, is finite verb and non-finite verb. Finite and non-finite verb. So from the beginning, and if there we comes to know about the definition of the finite verb, so, and then come to know and clear. Okay, so let's start definition. Okay, so what is the finite verb? A finite verb is that the limited by the person and number of the subject. Okay, subject. Okay, so and change is the form of tense. Okay, form of tense is called finite verb. What is the finite verb here? A finite verb is a definition here. Finite verb is that the verb means the limited by the person and number of the subject, and change is form of the verb. Okay, it's called finite verb. Okay, if there I give an example, and definitely that will be clear. Okay, example: I go to school to study. I go to school to study, and he goes to school to study. There are two sentences I noted here. Please attention to honor the class. I is a subject here, and verb is a limited by the subject. Okay, in the sentence I is a subject and agree as a verb go. So limited by the subject or person, or here is a first person and that will be agrees as a verb here. I go is agree with the subject, means agree with the person. First person means I, we, me, us, mine, ours. I is the first person here, so go as a verb agrees as according to the subject means person. Second one, He goes. He is a person and goes is a verb here. Okay, is a third person here. So here limited by the person goes, but we don't have use he go. Due to here is a person mean third person and agrees or limited by the verb and in the sentence is a subject. In this way, what is finite verb? A finite verb is that kind of verb that is limited by the person, number of the subject and change is as a verb or tenses is called finite verb. Okay, I hope all of you clear. Please do honor the class, and then I noted here as a non-finite verb. Let's start. What is the non-finite verb? Non-finite verb, actually there is a lot of proofs. Okay, infinitives, the imperatives, participle, gerunds, nominative absolute, more other also. So let's start non-finite, or maybe more other example also. They go to the school to study. Okay, so here finite verb is also they is a subject, means plural form, plural subject, so agrees, plural verb. Singular subject agrees, singular verb. If there I say I go to school to study, I is a singular subject, go is a singular verb. But second one, they go to school to study. Here is a finite verb and they is a subject or number and plural subject is plural verb. In this way, we comes to know and gaining knowledge about the finite verb. And I hope I'll be clear again and write down non-finite verb. F-I-N-I-T, non-finite verb. Okay? What is the definition as a non-finite verb? Okay? So let's start here. Non-finite verb is not limited by the person, number of the subject. Okay, subject. Okay, it don't or do not have any tense. Okay, so what is real different? Okay, finite verb is limited by the person and number. Okay, is used as a tense. Okay, and change as a agreed of changes, change of the tense. And side by side, non-finite verb, that kind of verb is not, don't forget, is not limited by the person, number of the subject, and I noted here and is do not have any tenses. Okay, so non-finite verb don't have any tense. As an example, we ate the mangoes to taste. Okay, so here non-finite verb is especially for verb plus to plus verb is the structure. Verb form all the time, present form of the verb. Don't forget, sometimes most of the students, especially few students, made a mistake. Just they definitely solve the and write down as an infinitive, as a sentence, but they forget about the write down about the present form of the verb. So especially this is a structure how to write as verb. So we, it is a verb here, okay, verb. Then I use to. Here I noted here to, and then verb. Verb form is a present tense. And if they are actually verb and before to use, and verb form is a one form is actually one means present form of the verb is called is a infinitive. So, okay, in this way, I hope all of you are clear. Okay, most other I given a more example. So next you can repeat it here. Non-finite verb, that kind of verb is not limited by the person and person or number, and it don't have or do not have used any tenses. Means do not use in the tense is a non-finite verb. Okay, if there I rub the both and make sure all of you will clear again, and if there are more examples I given to you, then actually in the Bengalical language, don't forget end of the Bengalical word te. করতে মারতে ধরতে চলতে বলতে হাসতে নাচতে গাইতে আসতে খেলতে sometimes don't have use and play to do to go to serve to get to gain in this way all those are means করতে চলতে মারতে ধরতে বসতে হাসতে উঠতে নাচতে গাইতে হাসতে all those are to smile to gain to play to go to see all those are in this way use as a Bengalical language end of the verb is a te, or English language te. Okay, so in this way I rub the both again and then make sure understand about that. Okay, so let's start. We eat to I made a mistake here. Use the food to live. We use the food to live, or we may write we ate the food to live means it is a verb here, and then to and live is a verb here. So coming out and reveal about the structure, okay, of the infinitives. Means infinitive is another name of non-finite verb, gerund participle. So let's start in this way. I hope all of you clear. Okay. Next one, infinitive, and there is a non-finite verb. There are three groups. Number one, the infinitive. the infinitive. Infinitive. Put it here. Because there is not much more space, so that is why I should write at the top. Okay? So number, there are 3 groups. Okay? So number 1, the infinitive. Infinitive. Number 2, participle. Participle. Number 3, gerund. Okay? So infinitive, there are 2 kinds. Present infinitive. Okay? Present infinitive. And number 2, perfect, PRFVC, infinitive. Okay? Perfect infinitives. Present infinitive and perfect infinitive. Okay? So example here. Steal means to steal. To forget. To forget. To write. There is a noted here about the verb and before of the verb. To use here and verb form is a present form. V1 and V1 and before of the verb and use to and write here. So before of the verb 1 plus 2 is all the infinitive, means present infinitive. Second one, perfect infinitive. Hard to write. Same word if there I noted and all of you be clear. Okay? To have. Have still means stolen. Okay? To have stolen means perfect infinitive. Next, to have forgotten. To have forgotten. Next one, to have written. Okay? Like a perfect tense, to have stolen, to have forgotten, and to have written. This one, perfect infinitive. Sorry, here is a present infinitive and perfect infinitive. How many kinds of infinitive? There are 2 kinds of infinitive, and present infinitive and perfect infinitive. Next one, participle. There are three kinds. So at least 2 kinds I noted here, and whether describe broad way in the second videos and comes to know. Okay, so there are 2 kinds. First present participle. Number 2, past participle. Okay, so all of you know very well, and end of the verb and adding ing form, and gerund also end of the verb adding ing form. Both are here is the participle and gerund end of the verb adding ing form, and that will be make a gerund. But there is a different. Okay, what is the different here? Okay, so participle actually at least I give it to example, then understood. And after being finished, I will start about the more other discussion. Present participle, and there is stealing, Okay, and writing, verb still plus ing, write plus ing, writing, and forgetting. Same word I use here due to all of you, that will be clear. Okay, and past participle, how to means past participle is here stolen, stolen, only stolen is the past tense, and written, and next one forgotten, forgotten. So stolen, written, forgotten. This is a past participle. And if they are brought away, given the example, being tired means present participle. Being tired of a long bus journey, comma, he take to hotel for rest. On perfect participle. Okay? So past participle in this way, deceived by his friends, he lose all hopes. Past participle, deceived by his friends, and comma there, and whether you put in comma, okay, and he lose all hopes. Blinded by the dust storm, comma, he lose the track is a past participle. Perfect participle, having the sun risen, the fog dispersed. In this way, next videos, very very clearly, I definitely learn we are here together if they are accompanied by. And in the meanwhile, I don't have request if they are you interested about this portion videos, definitely subscribe my channel to get new videos. Okay, it is your thinking if they are with your love and like. Okay, and this is a present participle, and stealing, writing, and forgetting, and past participle stolen, forgotten, written. Okay, so gerund, I have all the both here. And more other I definitely write to all of you be clear. If they are interested, don't lose your patience. Do honor of the class and addition here. Gerund, participle, and gerund. Okay, so here, if there are make a difference and make sure all of you clear. Okay, participle especially verb plus ing and partly acts, partly as a act, partly act as an adjective verb, adjective and verb. Okay, and gerund, verb plus ing and plus act as partly act as a partly verb and act as a partly noun. So there are two kinds of further speech, verb and noun, and participle also verb and then adjective, and verb plus ing and verb plus adjective, use adjective. Okay, use as adjective. There is a verb is one part of speech, adjective is one part of speech. 1 plus 1 is double part of speech. So that is why double part of speech is also infinitive, non-finite verb is a double part of speech. Especially present participle is a double part of speech. Okay, so let's start. And if there, I give an example. Participle and just like a moving van, running train, and blooming bird, boiling water, some other also as a gerund. In this way, our next class, if they are given an all description, and definitely I don't take it otherwise, I make another part due to, and I hope all of you lose your patience. So at least is in this way enough today. Thank you being here, join my class. Okay, bye. See you good in health. Namaskar. Subscribe my channel at least if they are like. Bye. See you. That's all today.